Many people fought for their basic rights. This was from 1965 until about 1985. African Americans led bravely. Mexican Americans also fought. This was the Chicano movement. Native Americans stood up tall. Women demanded their equality. All wanted justice now. They used many methods. They marched in the streets. Their voices were loud. They held signs up high. They boycotted unfair businesses. This meant stop spending money. They did sit-ins in forbidden places. Their actions showed their strength. They were incredibly brave. Facing hate, they did not stop. Great leaders showed the way. Dr. Martin Luther King Jr.'s dream lived on. It inspired so many people. Cesar Chavez fought for farm workers. He wanted dignity for them. They fought against bad systems, systems of segregation, systems of daily unfairness. They wanted these things to end. Their spirit was powerful. Important laws were passed then. The Voting Rights Act of 1965. This was a very big step. It helped many more people vote. This gave communities real hope. They saw change happening. It made them fight even harder. For better schools, for good jobs, for a truly equal chance in life. People felt they were winning. Their long, hard work paid off. New laws promised equal treatment. Old walls of segregation fell. Doors once closed began to open. It really felt like a new day. Communities rejoiced in these changes. They truly believed in a better future. Hope was a powerful feeling. Real change seemed to be here. What were their biggest hopes? They hoped for good, steady jobs and safe, fair places to live. They dreamed of equal schools for all of their children. An end to police harassment. They wanted their voices heard in the halls of government. This victory felt very personal. Life was truly meant to improve. But something else was starting. It was quiet. It was hidden. While people celebrated their wins, the government had new ideas. Some powerful people felt worried. They wanted to keep their control, especially over Black and brown people. Old ways of control were now illegal, so new ways were being planned. A dark shift was slowly beginning. This change was not easy to see. It happened mostly out of sight. It started with words and pictures. New stories about crime filled the news. These stories often blamed certain groups. This made many people feel afraid. This fear was then carefully used to build support for new, tough actions. It was a very clever plan. The stage was being set. Then, drugs appeared in cities. In the late 1970s, this started. And into the early 1980s, crack cocaine became a huge problem. It hit Black and brown areas hardest. Many people asked important questions. Why these drugs in these places now? The timing felt very suspicious. A new enemy was being named. This enemy was called drugs. These drugs tore communities apart. Addiction spread like a terrible disease. It destroyed countless precious lives. Families were broken and hurting. The earlier hope started to disappear. A new, urgent crisis took its place. People felt desperate and very scared. Their neighborhoods changed for the worse. It was a very painful time. The dream of equality was wounded. The government declared a war on drugs. This was their official response. They created new, very tough laws. These laws were extremely strict. Using or selling drugs became major crimes. The punishments were very severe, much harsher than ever before. The main focus was on punishment, not on help or on healing. This was a different kind of war, but these laws were not applied fairly. They were used in different ways. Crack cocaine was common in Black areas, powder cocaine often in white areas. The laws for crack were far harsher. Many more Black people went to prison for very, very long sentences. This was not just a coincidence. It was a deliberate strategy, a new way to target communities. What was the result of these laws? So many people were sent to prison. The number of prisoners just exploded. This is called mass incarceration. It means locking up huge numbers, often for nonviolent drug crimes. America became a nation of prisons, more people in prison than any other. This was a shocking transformation, a deeply troubling new reality. Who filled these growing prisons? It was mostly Black and brown people, young men of color especially. They were arrested much more often. They received much longer sentences, even for possessing small drug amounts. This flooded prisons with these men. Their communities were left behind. A generation faced locked doors. The impact was truly devastating. Mass incarceration acts like a new Jim Crow. Jim Crow laws were old, racist laws. Prison also controls people's lives. It cruelly limits their future chances. It is hard to find good jobs after, hard to find a safe place to live. Often they cannot even vote. It creates a permanent lower status, even long after they are released. This is a profound, lasting injustice. This history still shapes our world today. The war on drugs did not stop drugs, but it did break apart communities. It created terrible, lasting inequality. Families are still suffering the effects. The fight for real justice must go on. We must understand this painful past if we want to build a better future, a future with genuine freedom for all and true equality for every single person.